Okay, so here I have a three-dimensional coordinate frame. It's kind of hard to see, but the yellow here, that's X. The red and the pink, that's the y-axis, and this orange one is the z-axis. What I've done is I've made the x-axis the short one, the y-axis the medium length one, and the z-axis the long one. Okay, and let's just talk about doing some rotations. Let's suppose I don't know where z is. Suppose I know that this is x and this is y, and I want to figure out which direction z goes, right? What I need to do is I need to start by taking my right hand and pointing my fingers towards x. And now I need my palm to point towards the y direction, right? So I need to kind of figure out, there's an infinite way that I could an infinite number of ways I could rotate my hand so that it's sort of in the x direction. But the only where my palm is in the y direction so that I can curl my fingers towards the y direction is when my hand is facing this way. Now I'm curling towards y, so z must be up. So I can take z and I can say, oh, z must be up here. And you can see that no matter how I position this, if I position it this way, now I need to put my fingers in the x direction, right? If I go this way, my palm's not facing towards y, it's not going to curl. If I'm this way though, my palm is facing towards y, I'm going to curl in, and that means that z is down, because you can't really see, but my thumb is now pointing down, right? Okay. Let's suppose that you happen to know which way x and z go. So z is going to be this super long one, and x is the short one. Remember, when we're doing it from x with x and z, we need to go from z to the x. Let's rotate that. There you go. Right. So I need to go from z to x. So again, let's do it this way. So I'm going to point my fingers in the z direction, and there's an infinite number of ways I can point my fingers in the z direction. This is my right hand, remember. But if I take my right hand, I'm pointing in the z direction and I curl towards x. Well, the only way I can curl towards x is if my palm is this way, right? So I'm curling towards x, so y is going to point up. And now that I stick that one here, we can check it because we know that we can go from x to y, right? So up and curl, and that gives us z. Or from y, if my fingers are pointing straight up along y, I can't really do that with my hand right now, right? And the only way I can curl is z, that gives me x. So here's my z-axis again. Let's suppose that my axis is facing this way, and I want to rotate in the positive direction of z by 90 degrees. Well, I need to figure out which way is positive, so I stick my thumb so it's sort of pointing up, and that means that my fingers, you can see, are curling around this way. So a rotation of positive 90 is going to take this thing and rotate it like that, right? If I start back here again, oops, and I want to do a rotation of negative 90 degrees, I'm going to rotate back the other way.